At the end of the game, just before they scored their third, it looked like Jers has scored an equalising goal with the header at the back stick, but it wasn't given. What was your view on it?
Absolutely not offside. No understanding of that at all. He checked back, he came from behind the ball, behind the player, and I think the video of the game will prove that. And I think we've already had a look at that, so we know it wasn't. And he seemed to give a lot of strange decisions. When I was sitting up in the stand in the first half, there were two good diagonal balls where we came from behind them, and it's the same. You know, the flag was going up for us for no reasoning. So again, the understanding of the offside rule. I think I know it. I've been in the game long enough.
Looks like it's going to be a long throw into the Carshalton box. In it goes. It's allowed to drop. Great save by Billy Bishop. Johnville Renee done well to get over the shot. He kept it on target. Fine save by Billy Bishop. It's going to be a corner to the home side. To Gregan, who pumps it into the box. Mendy underneath it, but drops kindly for the home side. Here's Cass. Gets it across the 6-yard box. Pappoe only up rather than away. Hamilton Downs, great header. They're taking it quickly. It goes out wide. Searching for Mason. He's got his head on it. Here's Sotiriou. Thomas over the top, great ball, we can get it down, Mason he has, he's hit the post! They started very well here, Bishop Stortford. Another great opportunity. I think Bishop might have had it covered, but it pinged off the post. In fact, it might have taken a nick on its way through as well, it's a corner kick. And it goes towards the back post, free header, straight at Bishop. It's Bishop Stortford. Oh, that's I'll break off because that was a neat take by Charles. Oh, was that a bit late there by Pappoe? There's Ryan Charles that was looking to break over halfway. The big Carshalton centre back on loan from Dulwich Hamlet. And he's said it now, so here's a booking for Pappoe. He's going to have to be careful now, especially on this slick surface, no diving in. Now it's a bit of space here for Mendy. Good touch. Can the midfielder get it in? He can. It's hit Dixon and it's rather wayward and goes out for a goal kick. Jers on to Santos as well. Here's Price. Looking forward for Dixon. Good control by the centre forward. Now he's got away from his man. He's got Sterling Parker and Korboa coming in. Korboa's he just couldn't get it. The defender did enough. The ball comes out wide to Wescott. Cheadle jockeying with Mason. He's backed off now. The Carshalton left back. Mason goes short instead to Thomas into the feet of Wescott. Looks to swap passes with Cass. Here's Sotiriou. Referee's played advantage. Cuts inside. He's gone down. Penalty kick. Penalty kick to Bishop Stortford. Sotiriou done well to skip into the box. I think it was Pappoe that stuck a leg out. He's protesting his innocence. The on loan defender, but it is going to be a spot kick to the home side. 20 minutes gone. It's going to be top goal scorer Jake Cass who's going to assume responsibility here. Carshalton captain Hamilton Downs just talking to the referee. Hopefully not talking himself into a booking. No, he has. He's been booked. Sloppy from the Carshalton captain really, but emotions run high. So Cass with a chance to open the scoring from the penalty spot. He's got 4 goals already this season. And he's hit the post! Carshalton get a lucky break. It's Jordan Cheadle. Cheadle looks to fizz it over for the run of Bobby Price. It's not a bad knock if he can get there, the full back. He does pull it back out. Plenty of space here for Sterling Parker. Just took a little bit too long. Onovwigun will not got onto that. Oh, wasted opportunity for Carshalton, and now Stortford look to break here. Mason with a poor pass of his own, and Hamilton Downs gets it all the way back to Bishop. Now Stortford look to break the blue and white shirts. It's Charles who's galloped all the way up to the edge of the area. Has to go all the way back to Gregan. Didn't really have much support, although he's got 3 men in the box. That's good play by the Stortford left back. If he can dig out across, he does. Oh, just didn't have enough time to turn. Good jockeying by Danny Dudley, and now Hamilton Downs can bring the ball forward into the feet of Korboa, who's been rather quiet this opening 26 minutes. Knocks it out towards Cass. Hamilton Downs jockeying for it, and the ball's broken to Mendy. Oh, it's sloppy from Mendy. Good challenge by Cheadle just to block the shot by Thomas. Half an hour gone here at the ProKit UK Stadium. It's still Bishop Stortford 0, Carshalton Athletic 0. The visitors looking to put some pressure on here. Long throw by Cheadle. Up goes Hamilton Downs. And there's, oh, good header by, I think it was Onovwigun. Just didn't get enough direction on it, straight down the throat of Kitscha. But that's a good opportunity for Carshalton. Good flick on, and now Price can get onto this. Good flick off of Onovwigun. Feeds it across the 6-yard box, but again, they can't beat the first defender, Carshalton. Price has got a second bite at the cherry. Gives it short to Onovwigun, who now lofts it towards the back post. That's straight into the arms of Kitscha. Danny Dudley looking for Mendy. Can he win the header this time? He elects the chest instead. Just manages to keep it in, late from Wescott. Dixon's in the mix. And it goes from Cheadle towards the back post. Oh, free header. Couldn't guide it on target. I think it was Onovwigun again. That's 2 headers in the last 5 minutes for the big number 8. Sterling Parker's going to make something of this. He's gone in with Kitscha. Referee showing it's a fair challenge. The crowd always goes up when the goalkeeper's involved. Referee saw nothing wrong with the challenge at all. The home physios ran onto the pitch. The last time these two sides met was in 2010, December of, FA Trophy. First round, and it was Carshalton Athletic that ran out 5-0 winners that day. Bishop Stortford managed by one Ian Walker, football fans might remember. And unfortunately that cost Walker his job. He resigned the next day amid a run of bad results and altercation with a fan at Colston Avenue that day as well. It's been written. He's applying his trade in China now, goalkeeper coach. So I'm sure he's doing all right. Here's Price, looking for the run of Korboa. Gregan's just going to look to shepherd this out. He's had to take a touch, but he manages to hoik it back up towards halfway. Good header by Hamilton Downs. Gregan's there again. Sorry, no, Gregan, the Renee. And now here's Sotiriou, who won that spot kick in the first half. Good block, but now here's Ryan Charles. Great ball for Sotiriou, he's in here. Great finish, will it? Well done by Jordan Cheadle. I don't think the shot had too much power on it, but Cheadle read the situation and got back in there. Bishop had to go towards the player, he was exposed. 2 minutes into the second half, we've already had the first chance of the game. And it goes, foot on it by Cheadle, it's broken for Nkosi, gets into the feet of Cass on the edge of the area, looking to try and force something. Sotiriou gives it to Mason, who cuts inside on his left foot. And it's the opening goal of the game. Fantastic finish by Mason, but he's allowed to cut inside on his left foot. And he banged the ball past Billy Bishop from just inside the area. And it's no more than the home side have deserved. Bishop Stortford 1, Carshalton Athletic 0. There's some activity on the Carshalton subs bench. Might be seeing a change or two coming up. 55 minutes on the clock. Pappoe into the feet of Onovwigun. Here's Carshalton Downs. Now Dudley. Cheadle. Stortford's no longer have to force the issue now. They be quite content to let Carshalton have it where they've got it at the moment. Here's Pappoe looking to build something. Feeds it into the feet of Sterling Parker, who can now get it, his man. Price has picked up the pieces. Can he deliver across? He can. Gets it in. Dixon's there! 1-1! Carshalton restore parity. What a neat finish by Dixon. Got in front of his man and just guided it goalwards. Kept it low. Kitscha had no chance. And it's his second goal of the season. Bishop Stortford 1, Carshalton Athletic 1. Sterling Parker has come off. It's going to be replaced by Tommy Bradford. He missed the cup game on Monday night. Here's Bradford looking to feed it down the line towards Dixon. Dixon's let it run. Kitscha's, oh, he's right on the line. Everyone always gets a bit fluttery there. Hamilton Downs brings the ball forward and Onovwigun finds Bradford. Korboa, he's onside, Korboa. He's got a bit of space here. Bradford's coming in. He takes it first time. Straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. No real power on the shot, but positive from Carshalton though. That's what their fans will want to see. Charles took aim from about 19 yards there and Bishop got firm hands onto it. Rumour has it he's got hands like frying pans. That's the rumour on the terraces. Anyway, a couple of challenges flying, the ball breaks for the home side. Cass has gone down, the referee agrees with him. He's pulling someone back here. It's going to be a yellow card for, I think it's Thomas, yeah, Jack Thomas. The referee said he went in a little bit late in that earlier skirmish. Still, the danger's not away for Carshalton yet. The referee's sorted out his bits and bobs and Jake Cass is standing over the ball. This is almost 30 yards out. Carshalton have got a wall of 4 at the moment. Cheadle, Dudley, Dixon and Onovwigun. Korboa and, sorry, not Dixon, Pappoe. Dixon and Korboa will stay forward. Anyway, here comes Cassie, steps up and bends it goalwards. Good save by Billy Bishop. Tips it over the bar and keeps it out. Good football all round, as they say. Dinks it forward into the chest of Cass, but it was difficult for him. And now Cheadle looks to bring the ball up to halfway. Feeds it into the run of Dixon. He's got beyond his man here. Wescott. He's a bit. The angle's not great, and he's going to have to try and retain possession, which he's done. But they've doubled up on him, and Thomas will hoik the ball up to halfway. Three minutes later, good header by Charles to get it into the path of Cass, who beats Pappoe and feeds it into. It's opened up for Charles here, gets his shot on target, and he restores the lead. Ryan Charles makes it 2-1. to the hosts. He had acres of space to take the ball forwards, and he just looked up just before he got to the edge of the box, and he drilled a hard low shot beyond Bishop into the bottom corner. And now the joint caretaker manager, a man who might not need much introduction, Jamie Curtin, is coming on. Going to be Rule Sotiriou coming off. Going to be another substitution for Carshalton. Looks like Jason Santos is going to come on. Santos, who grabbed his first goal of the season away against AFC Hornchurch a couple of weeks ago. Oh, sorry, Lewis Byrne Hewitt, they put the wrong number up on the board. Goal scorer Ryan Charles that makes way. Mendy wants it long, Cheadle cuts inside Mason and now gives it out wide, looking for Santos, who's onside this time. Can he get it under control? He hasn't got any real options in the box yet, but he goes towards the back stick. Good header by Wescott. Mendy's got it under control. Carshalton have got 3 men in the box now. Mendy, can he get it on his... Oh, he's come off the referee. Oh, it's one of them. But Mendy's still battling for it. Pokes it out wide. Oh, he's gone down. The challenge by Renee. Johnville Renee. Very exotic name for the Bostik Prem, and it looks like he's going to go into the referee's notebook. Jordan Cheadle's going to step up to this. Yep, booking for Renee. Jordan Cheadle's going to be favourite to strike this. Here comes the wind up, it's on target. The keeper beats it away. Mendy's going to try and keep it alive. Gives it to Bradford. Knocks it in with his left foot. It's offside. It was a good strike by Cheadle. He got it on target, kept it low. He's got it. It's a poor header by Hamilton Downs. But again, Cheadle with the challenge, and Carshalton look to bring the ball away. The home fans are getting restless. Price, but Burn Hewitt's still got the ball. Now dinks it in. Dudley out first time. This time it does get past Thomas, and Adeniyi and Onovwigun now bring the ball away over halfway. It's Mendy, beg your pardon, and he gives it out wide to Santos. He's got no real support. Mendy's joining him now. Cuts inside on his right foot. Stortford looking to make another substitution. Here's Adeniyi, 30 yards from goal. Cuts inside one. Passes another, but he's just about managed to keep hold of possession, and Mendy's making a break. Carshalton just can't work that bit of extra space to deliver a cross or a shot at the moment. Here's Onovwigun into the feet of Bradford. Out wide to Price, who goes short again to Onovwigun. Now into Bradford, who can spin and get something across the 6-yard box. Keeper's parried it out, and it's gone straight to Renee from a Blues point of view, and the ball gets cleared up to halfway. And they're going to make their last substitution now. There's Lewis Stark, who's coming on this time for top goal scorer Jake Cass. Korboa again, neat play between the two. Forward to Adeniyi now, he's surrounded by 4 men in blue, but he still picks out Korboa. Dos Santos has made a little run to make some space. He gets a shot off straight down the throat of Kitscha. Hamilton Downs doesn't get it very away, and now Renee looks up from 20 yards and has a poke, takes a slight deflection, corner kick. It's now or never for Carshalton. They're 2-1 down here. Great ball for Santos to get on the end of. Can he make it? Oh, Kitscha takes those chances and just puts it straight out of play. Hamilton Downs wins that one. Price flicks it on, as does Bradford. Korboa's got to get in front now. Is that a free kick, referee? No. Santos plays on anyway. Here's Korboa again, surrounded by blue shirts. Oh, a bit naughty from Thomas there. Referee says it's a free kick, nothing more. We'll leave it at that. Curtin, the old heads, just plays the ball back, eats up another couple of seconds. Cheadle's standing over this. They've sent Dudley up, they've sent Onovwigun up, they've sent Adeniyi up. In fact, everyone's up bar Cheadle himself, really, and Korboa goes into the mixer. Adeniyi's got a bit of time and space to cross it in towards the back post. Santos is there! It's offside! It's offside! Decent header by the substitute, but it won't count. Disallowed go for Jason Santos. He's still asking the linesman if he was sure about that decision. Onovwigun, Korboa loses out to Renee, who pokes it to Hewitt. He's got Curtin making a little run, but he's gone through, and referee says this one is a free kick. Onovwigun, he's had 2 or 3 of those little niggly ones the past 10 minutes, and the referee's finally given one. So what does Stortford do here? Do they try and keep it in the corner, or do they try and really put the game to bed? They've only committed 2 men in the box. Curtin and Mason, it is going to go short. Oh, and now it goes into the box looking for Curtin! He scored! Would you believe it? He scored goals at nearly every level in English football. And he's done it again here this afternoon. The joint caretaker boss makes it 3-1 to Bishop Stortford, and that's game, set and match. Robbins TV here at Bishop Stortford, where Carshalton fell 3-1 after an entertaining 90 minutes. I'm James Barrett-Sterling. I've been joined by assistant coach Keith Bonus. Keith, without going all Gordon Strachan about it, where do you think we lost the game today?
Our decision making. We started as a match-up for their line-up, and it was evident early on that wasn't working, so we switched it fairly early on, as you saw, went back to our normal 4-3-3, which seemed to work. And the last 20 minutes of the first half, we felt we were on top of the game after not being. So half time we were fairly positive, as much as there were still errors. But the key sentence at this level and above is decision making of players, and we had again, as we've had in recent games, a lot of players just making what we call poor decisions.
Joined by Mike Dixon, who scored our only goal of the game. Mike, just talk us through the game first. What was it like out there? I mean, the rain kept up for the full 90 minutes. Must have been pretty horrible.
Yeah, it was all right, to be fair. We was out there trying to play our game, which is to keep the ball, play football. And then I think we slowly started to build into the game. And then eventually the game opened up, and then I just think that we could have done a bit better, but we just kept making mistakes, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like in the first half that Peter changed the formation. What was the game plan going in, and then why did it necessitate that change?
Okay, so basically we went into a 4-4-2, and then he ended up changing it to a 4-3-3. I think basically it was just we needed another man in midfield, right, and that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you feel that's when the game started opening up a little bit and creating some chances?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like before one of the strikers had to come in a bit, so it was quite hard until we made the change, and it was a lot better.
Joint caretaker, manager / player / T-man, Jamie, is it?
I'm doing everything at the moment. Yeah, it's a funny role. The owners obviously stepped in, asked me to help out, so it's like joint caretaker manager, player manager type thing. Yeah, so I'm doing as much as I can, and then the owners, sort of Steve, has his sort of final say, I suppose, so to speak. So do most of the tactical stuff, I'll give him a squad and a team, and then if he has any changes that he wants, then he deals with it. So yeah, since last Sunday, since it's happened, it's carnage, phones non-stop. I've spoken to him a million times, getting players out, looking at bringing players in, and still trying to concentrate on playing, because ultimately this could be my last year. I have no idea, but I want it to be a good year and I want to keep playing.
Are we getting enough out of the forwards at the moment, though? Because scoring goals seems to be a bit of a problem. Michael got his second goal today. Jers has got one. Tommy's yet to get off the ground. Is there something we could work on, maybe?
Well, we have been. I mean, Thursday in particular, we worked on finishing, and the goal that Mike got literally was a replication of the session we did. So, you know, you can be pleased with that. And he was chuffed about it when he came off. He was like, "Oh, did you see that? It was like Thursday." But yeah, we're not finishing enough. And again, we talked about, as we always are, we're putting in good deliveries. You know, we are getting the ball across the goal. We're getting into areas. We're not aggressive enough. Timing of our runs, again, our decision making hasn't been good enough. We're not hungry enough. I wrote something in my book, and it was, we wait for it, we don't make it. So we're waiting for the ball to arrive. We're waiting for them to make a mistake rather than making them make a mistake. We're not being determined enough. So we know we've got players that can be. So, yeah, we continue to work on that, but we're conceding too many as well, and we're conceding really, really weak goals. That's a major, major disappointment.
He scored a great goal today, though, the bright spot of the afternoon. Tell me about it, Mike, because Bobby got down, didn't he, and he whipped it low.
Yeah, so to be fair, in training on Thursday, we was working on it all week, working on it, training, and then the ball came, same thing, so I knew what to do.
Get your head over it and keep it low. That's the one, isn't it? That's the one.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but you've got experience coaching because you work at Arsenal, don't you? You do the academy down there?
Yeah, I started there last year, last September. So I'm like a part-time assistant to the under-16s. So I've been working across the board at different age groups. So learning my trade there, just passed my UEFA B. So yeah, I'm sort of starting to go into that. So it was sort of part-time there and part-time here, which worked. Now all of a sudden you're part-time manager. So there's a lot of jobs I'm doing at the moment, and yeah, I'm just trying to juggle it and obviously still keep some sort of family life as well. So it's been tough.
Yeah. I mean, juggling jobs, but I mean, he's even come on and scored this afternoon. Can you just take us through your thoughts on the game? It seemed like it was a really energetic, high-tempo, fairly open game for the 90, but it took until the 52nd minute for the goals to start coming.
Yeah, we sort of not changed loads. We've kept sort of the formation, but tried to give them a bit more direction, and we've sort of demanded a bit more from them, as in energy, work rate. Try to keep it simple, and we had our first game Tuesday and they give us that, and there was a lot of players that couldn't make the Tuesday game and we played on the Saturday against Kingstonian, so we only felt it right that we kept with the same team, and I think they responded with that, and that's probably as good as we've played early on. I think we had a few chances, the penalty, I think if we'd have got an earlier goal maybe things might have been different, but we've obviously kept you in the game, which is then dangerous, because when you're on top you need to get the goal, you need to sort of get, you know, when you're on top, get that finish, maybe go 1 or 2 up, and as soon as it was 0-0 at half time, I'd then start to panic because you think at some point you're going to come into the game. But thankfully we kept going, got the goal, obviously conceded quite quick, so then you're sort of relying on what response we got, because we've not been in a great run, and you could sort of fold, and thankfully we kept going and managed to get another 2 goals. So they've responded to what we've asked of them, which is high energy, work rate, and then we'll work along the other side of that as you go. But I think when you're not winning games, you need to be organised.